Welcome to the Loveland All Sports Podcast, sponsored by Meredith DeWitt of Brittany Fritz Realty, Loveland's #1 boutique brokerage. Contact Meredith for any and all of your real estate needs at meredithbfteam@gmail.com. This episode, I meet with longtime Loveland girls track coach Herb Laughman and girls 3-time state champion Carolyn Murnan, a recent Loveland High School graduate. We discuss Coach's past success and his recent news that he's retiring from coaching, at least until the next phone call comes in, and we learn of Carolyn's past success and her future coming up at Butler University. So please enjoy this episode. All right, good afternoon, Loveland. Sitting here on a beautiful day out here at UDF, which is the first for the Loveland All Sports Podcast. I got a good opportunity here to meet a guy I've known for about 10 years, and Coach Herb Laughman. Welcome, Coach.
Good to be here, Josh.
And one of his fine student athletes, Carolyn Murnan. Welcome,
yes,
Carolyn.
Hi.
Had a great season, huh?
Yeah, it was impressive.
Well, great season and great career. So
Yes.
we look forward to hearing a lot about it. So want to talk a little bit about these two and their success, but Coach Laughman retires after 22 years as a track and field coach, including the last 15 seasons at Loveland. He established one of the premier girls track and field programs in Ohio. Under his leadership, the Tigers captured 7 consecutive ECC championships, a remarkable run of excellence that cemented Loveland as a standard of success in our conference. And his peers recognized his outstanding leadership by naming him ECC Coach of the Year 7 different times. And Carolyn, I didn't have all your stats for 4 years, but this year you won state in the 400 meter with a time of 55.39. The 200 meter time of 24 seconds, and then you were part of the 4x800 team with Brylan Sherman, Emma Todd, Delaney Seeley, and yourself with a time of 9:05:14. That was not only a school record, but it was also a D2 state record.
Yes.
Pretty cool. It's awesome. So welcome, both of you.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're wanted to get a chance to know both of you guys a little bit, talk a little bit about how you got into coaching, how you got into running, talk a little bit about next steps in your career, especially yours, right?
Yes.
Some big things going on. So I guess, Carolyn, we'll start off first. What got you into track and field?
I started off as a soccer player, and I really enjoyed the competitiveness of soccer.
Okay.
And so Coach Waple, back in 5th grade when I had him as a teacher, always thought that I'd be a great runner, and so I tried it out in 7th grade, and I had good success then, and so I continued it on throughout high school.
Awesome. Good to hear.
Yes.
And then, Coach, what about you? How'd you, grew up an athlete, playing multiple sports, right?
Absolutely. Grew up playing basketball, and I ran track.
Okay.
And then graduated from Defiance College and just started working my way up through the ranks.
Where'd you start at coaching?
I started up in Sydney, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started there for a couple years, and then we moved down here in 2009, and I did a year at Colemine. And then in 2010, I was blessed enough to get hired at Loveland.
Awesome. And then you've done some other coaching too, right? Talk about that a little bit.
Absolutely. So whenever the phone rings and Loveland needs a coach, I'm always happy to answer.
Yeah.
But I've coached everything from middle school tennis, middle school football. I was the girls basketball coach here for 5 years, and then coaching cross country the last 5 or 6 years with Scott Sears and Brenda Wilkerson and Steve Nestor. That's a great group.
Yep.
Couldn't turn that down. Once we saw that our track program was ready to take off, we thought it was important that we just tie the two together. And it's just, every sport has turned into about 12 months now. And we thought that's the best thing to do with these athletes, like build a relationship in July at camp or June in camp for cross country, and then just kind of keep that going right through the spring.
Yeah, it makes sense because, bringing the boys and girls together, the trainings have got to be very, very similar.
Right.
Maybe some small nuances based on the event, but might as well build that entire team.
Right, and that's how culture's built, and of course you have to have a great staff and also great athletes like the one sitting here to my left.
Yeah, that's great. And then, I had the pleasure of getting to know you right when my first kid was coming into high school, and had a great experience with you her freshman year, and then you coached my youngest you were around him in junior high football. Right. And I've learned over the years you're a football guy too. Your dad played for the Lions, if I remember right.
Yeah, he tried out for the Lions in '68 and made it, so it's in my blood.
Yeah, right.
So, but you never know.
Right. You're a little too tall though.
Yeah.
But did you grow up ever playing any football because of Dad?
I did not. No.
Were you always tall?
Yeah, I was always tall.
Yeah,
he wanted me to be tight end. Yeah. So,
did he? Yeah. The leverage gets a little tough once you get your height. So, that's awesome. And then soccer. Did you play anything else growing up, Carolyn?
I did rec basketball. They told me I was too short to play in 5th grade, so I stuck to soccer. I did a little bit of rec basketball in like high school, just like for
Right.
the fun of
That's
it.
fun, right?
Yeah, but otherwise, it was mainly just soccer growing up.
So what point in your short career, just because you're young, when did you realize that you're a really good runner?
I feel like freshman year, I kind of realized that I had a lot of potential. I mean, I kind of went into the season like not knowing anything about running because I kind of just ran in middle school for fun. But then I placed third at state that year, and I was like, wait, I kind of wasn't expecting that, and so then it just like motivated me to like work even harder throughout my rest of my high school career.
That's great. So talk a little bit about the state. That's what people want to hear about, right?
Yeah.
What was going through your mind? Well, how many years in your 4 years did you make state?
All four.
All four. Was it a little different this past June?
I feel like it was, one, because we were Division II, so I knew that it would be a little bit, not easier in the sense, because there's still great competition, but
Right.
I knew I had more of a chance of winning state than the past few years, and so I kind of went into it with like a mindset of like, all right, I haven't been a state champion the past 3 years, like I'm gonna make this happen. And so start off with a 4x8, we had a great chance to win, and so I got the baton and I knew like I had to do it, and so
What were you, first or fourth?
I was the last leg.
Okay.
So we got it in like a second, and I immediately caught up to the girl because I was not about to let it get away from me.
Awesome.
And yeah, we were not expecting to run that fast of a time, but I mean.
So I was going to ask next, did the race go how you planned it? But it did not. But then you made up that second?
Yeah, I mean, I was originally going to go out and stick on the girl in first like hip because I knew I had a good kick at the end that I could just like win it that way, but I felt really good on the day, and so with like 150 meters into the race, I kind of just went around her and never saw her again, so it was really
awesome.
fun.
Josh, I've never seen an athlete in any school or any sport rise up like she did in her events, and that's why I want her sitting here. When people get to state, that moment takes them over. She took the moment. I've never seen somebody rise up in her 3 events like that.
That's all. Yeah, so talk about the 400. I mean, that's one lap for those that don't know, right?
Yes.
Did that go as planned?
I mean, the night before I was kind of sick that night. I slept for 2 hours instead of going to the dinner, so I was a little bit in my head just going into it, but I knew that I was capable of winning, and I knew that I had the training put into it and whatever, but I mean, with 100 meters left in the race, if someone would have told me I wouldn't won the race, I would have thought you were crazy, because I was down like a good 10 meters from first place.
Really?
Yeah, but with like 20 meters left in the race, I found another gear and kicked it in.
That kick that you talked about that you had in the 800 relay. Mm-hmm. And then what about the 200?
I mean, I had about like 20 minutes in between my 400 and 200.
Wow.
And so I knew that most other like 200 runners probably didn't have the endurance that I did, because all season I'd been training for the 800.
Okay.
And so I kind of went into it thinking like, just give it all you got. All these other girls are probably tired from the heat, like rise to the occasion, whatever. And I knew if I got a good first 5 steps, then I could put myself in a good position, and I got out really well. Dylan Schwinn taught me some great block work this year, which definitely helped. But yeah, I mean, it was very unexpected to me, but I'm very excited with it.
So you had a 20-minute break between the 400 and the 200. Mm-hmm. When was the relay?
The 4x8 was on Saturday, and then these finals were on Sunday.
Okay, great. Okay,
Yeah.
so on Saturday, when you guys won, who, besides the other 3 girls, who was the first person that you wanted to celebrate with when you guys won state?
My coaches.
Yeah.
Because I immediately saw Coach Nestor. He told us before he thought we could run a 9:09, and we thought he was crazy. And so seeing him after the race, after 9:05, he had tears in his eyes. It was such a special moment.
Awesome.
Yes.
And then to win 2 more events the next day, was it like, oh, been there, done that, or were you just as excited?
Oh, I was just as excited after
Yeah.
each one. I mean, it was really special.
I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure. It's pretty cool to hit the tip of the spear on any type of a high school event is awesome, and to do it 3 times in 2 days, no one will ever take that away from you. Mm-hmm. That's great. So, Coach, back to you getting into coaching, or not coaching, but coaching track, girls track at Loveland. Who are your biggest influences on your coaching?
You mean as far as Loveland or just all around?
All around. I mean, just you talked a little bit about how you got into it and when you did, but what's the why behind it?
Well, there's a lot of people. Of course, it starts with the guys at Colemine that really got me motivated and rolling. Mark Bierkin, who's at Lebanon now, he was a good influence. And then when I got to Loveland here, working with John Waple was good, turning this
Yeah.
culture
Nice,
around
man.
and starting with track camp. So when him and I started working together with track camp, we firmly believe that's what turned this program around. So he's been a great influence and a great friend, and I can't go any further than Scott Sears and Steve Nestor.
Yeah.
I mean, those two are salt of the earth. So every year when I need a little bit more push and motivation, it seems like somebody on the staff just rises up. So it's never about me. We surround ourselves with great people, and it just takes care of itself.
Yeah, seems like it. That seems to be same story all throughout Loveland with a lot of our teams. So what is your overall coaching philosophy?
We never really emphasize winning. We love to win. I mean, we never really preach, let's go win this. We just try to create an atmosphere and a practice atmosphere, and the coaches buy into that it just kind of takes care of itself. So our philosophy is we take care of the track don't take care of us.
So what's more important, winning meets or developing athletes?
Boy, I'd love to say both, because I love winning. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I mean, that's why we're in this at the end of the day. But developing athletes has to be up there. Perfect example of the young lady sitting to my left going to Butler. That's not because of Herb Laughman. That's because of things that Loveland has helped us put in place for her. And I want to see her succeed. I want her to do great things at Butler like she did at Loveland. Yeah. And I love having a relationship with people like her after high school and on.
Yeah. Well, I witnessed that too. I mean, 6-7 years ago when my daughter was a ninth grade freshman basketball player, you really focused on every kid in that program and not just the studs. The studs are going to be there.
Right.
So in any culture with sports or in work or whatever, if you can get your bottom to get to average and your average to get to above average and your above average to get to great, you're going to have your studs there. But you really built a program that I saw where you were focused on everybody.
Right.
And not everyone does that.
And if everybody buys into their role and feels like they're a part of something special, then they go all in. They just not feel like they have to sit at the end of the bench or they're at the bottom of a relay, whatever it is. Everybody's all in and they lock arms and do it together. But you have to have great coaches and great leadership, and I was blessed with both.
That's great. Awesome. All right, Carolyn, so Coach mentioned Butler. That's the next step?
Yes, I'm super excited for it.
What are you going to focus on? Do you know, from a track point of view, are you going to focus on certain events, or do you even know that yet?
My coach and I have had a few phone calls about it. We're going to work on building my speed and slowly building up my mileage. But my first year, it's probably going to be around running 400s and 800s. Okay. And I'll eventually probably build up to be a 1500 runner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you done that before, or does that worry you to double the distance?
I mean, I've run the miles before, but I mean, I prefer the 800 just because that's what I'm used to, but also a good 1500 will be a fun mix-up, a fun different event to run.
Do you know what you're going to study yet?
I'm going to study kinesiology on the PT track.
Okay,
yes.
Awesome. That's great. So you can take care of yourself when you got to hurt.
Exactly.
Anything, right? What does a typical training week look like for you?
So our workout days are usually Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays are more of our longer days where we do more of threshold things or longer repeats, 800 repeats or 600 repeats. And then on Tuesday we do a easy mileage run, 4 miles. This is track season, but and then on Wednesdays we do more of a speed workout where we do 300s with shorter rest or with longer rest, and then some 150s on the end. And then Thursdays would be either pre-meet or another mileage run, and then Fridays were typically our meet days throughout the season, but we would race, and then I'd throw in a longer run on the weekend sometimes. The most would probably be 7 miles this track season, just because I'm not much of a distance runner, considering I ran 200 and 400s and 800s, but yeah, that's pretty much how our season went. I'd throw in some strides at the end of our easy days too, just to keep our speed.
So there's got to be days when you just don't feel motivated.
Yeah.
What gets you through that?
I feel like it comes down to the fact that I want to win. Every day for the last year, I've written down in my notebook that I would be a state champion, and so I look at that every morning and I'd be like, okay, I gotta want it. And so even on the days I don't feel great or if a workout doesn't go my way, I kind of just get in the mindset of okay, not every day is gonna be perfect, but every day is gonna help you build that, build the what's the word I'm looking for? Just like build onto like the fact that you're gonna win state, like just like build
That's great.
mileage and stuff.
Do you ever get nervous before races?
Oh, do I get nervous before races? Yes, but I found ways to cope with it.
How's that?
Well, sometimes that includes throwing up in the trash can.
Awesome.
And sometimes
Carolyn, I had a pretty cool high school football career, and I got to play at the high level in college as well, and I puked every game before my senior year.
yeah, that's kind of how it looked this year. Before this year, I never really threw up before races, but every cross-country race, and then towards postseason, I threw up a lot. But, I mean, it never affected my races because, I mean, I'd be fueling and everything right. But, yeah. But besides that, I feel like just understanding that I put the work in, even if a race doesn't go that way, I'm going to move on from it and then, like, just do better in the next one. It's just, like, a thing of, like, getting over the fear of the outcome and just going out there and competing. I feel like that's the only thing I can do. So that's kind of what I tell myself is just go put your best foot out there and whatever happens, happens.
As soon as you get it out of your system, then you're ready
Yeah,
to go.
it
That's
is,
so
yes.
good. Anything you tell yourself right before the start?
I just tell myself you gotta want it. That's like one of my favorite things I tell myself, because you gotta want to push yourself. You gotta want to put your best foot out there for yourself. So I just kind of get in the good mindset of that and just like be ready to compete.
Cool. Awesome. Well, Coach, back to you. Okay, so you've coached junior high kids, freshmen, sophomore through seniors. What is a common mistake that young track athletes make?
I don't think they know how to train properly.
Okay.
That's the biggest mistake. So
Yeah.
they feel like they can just go out, not properly warm up, not stretch. Track's an easy place to hide. So there's a lot of athletes. There's 100 athletes out there, and there's 7 coaches. So you could be having a workout, and the coaches can't see that you didn't finish it. You know, and that's on you. I mean, it'll come up during meet day. That's what we always say. We're always like, hey, the truth will come to light. So I think the track's a social event, and so it's hard to balance that fine line of let's have fun and socialize, but then like Caroline said, let's go win.
Yeah.
Let's have some. We can do both and have fun doing it.
Yeah, I mean, swimming and track are the ultimate. The time or the distance or the length of the jump, it doesn't lie.
No, that's it.
I mean, you can't hide. You can't hide. How do you help athletes perform under pressure besides letting them go puke in a trash can?
Well, we just let them be themselves, like we did with Caroline. We noticed that her freshman year. But once you build a relationship with kids, with athletes, you can kind of find what buttons to push. And so we found certain buttons that we could push with certain athletes, like, hey, relax, you've got this moment. Some need a high-level motivational speech. She never did. She always needed you're good, you've got this. You got your pre-race stuff done, now just go do you. So you got to know your athletes and know exactly how to motivate them, because just screaming and yelling will just bounce off them after a while. You got to learn how to invest in them.
Right. Well, the meathead kid, maybe the thrower, you can do that with. You know, the teenage girl that maybe needs a little different approach. So, how do you help athletes recover from a bad race or a bad performance?
I mean, there's always the cliche of, hey, there's always tomorrow. And we're not asking athletes to always be perfect on that day. We're just asking them to keep buying in and keep doing the little things right. You know, they might have had a bad race or bad performance because of the workout that we gave them that week. But the end game is May. So we're always trying to build to that. So, hey, we know you're tired today. Caroline, we ran you extra hard this week in practice. We know you're not going to have your best 200 time this week. It's going to be fine. The end game is May. We're building the peak at the right time.
Right. Would you agree with that, Caroline? Like, how has Coach impacted your development?
I definitely think our coaches have been great about it. I mean, they've definitely, throughout the winter, track has been like more of a fun thing for us, where we get our base miles in, we do some workouts, and then indoor track, our times have never been where we wanted them to be, but it kind of definitely showed up in the outdoor season, which has been super cool. I think our coaches have been great about supporting us and definitely like being there for us throughout like all the highs and lows, which can be difficult because there's so many of us, but I feel like all of us definitely felt appreciated by all the work they've put into this program and like developing us all. Yeah.
Awesome. So you've said all the right things. You've had a great career. We're sitting here at UDF. I offered to buy you ice cream. What do you do outside of being a great student athlete? You got to have some vices.
Well, I mean, I do like baking.
Okay.
I do like hang out with my friends, just like sitting around at each other's houses talking, going to Menchie's. That's our favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's definitely important to have a life outside of track, so then you don't like get overwhelmed with the sport and don't fall out of love with it, which is kind of something I struggled with a lot during my sophomore and junior year. But yeah.
Well, and anymore, there's a lot of kids because of the subspecialization or the travel ball or the travel this, where they get all through high school, and then they don't want to go to Butler and do the passion and run anymore because they were burned out for so much. So you have to be a kid too. So I'm glad to hear that. Would you have any goals for track at Butler next year?
I definitely think developing a lot more, learning how to train like a college athlete is definitely important. I mean, I'll be running cross country since the new like 5 years of eligibility passed. I'll be training for cross country, might run a few races, but I definitely think just developing is my main goal for my freshman year, not expecting anything out of it, going with no expectations and just like putting myself out there and running as best as I can will definitely be the goal, because I mean, I'm not trying to peak my freshman year, but also I'm trying to run as hard as I can and do the best I can. So,
awesome. Any Caroline, any advice that you would give freshman athletes who want to compete at a high level? What would you tell them?
Oh, I would definitely tell them have fun with the sport. Do not stress yourself out in results early on, because you're never going to be where you want to be like from the beginning. And I'd say just learn to enjoy the process of it and not stress out about, once again, the results, and know that your hard work will pay off if you do everything right. I mean, there's going to be times where the races don't go your way and whatever, but you can't get like caught up in it. You just have to move on from the bad races. You have to just enjoy it, be around your friends, but also work hard throughout it all.
I had her give the speech to the team before state, and that's exactly what she pretty much said. Stay where your feet are, trust the process. But if you have a bad race, there's 10 other girls out there competing. Somebody's going to pick up the slack. Somebody's going to help you up.
Right.
So just trust each other and look at each other's eyes and do it for each other. That was her speech, and it was amazing.
I was going to ask you what advice you give young athletes. I don't think you could answer any better than she did.
No, that was it. And that's why I had guest speakers come in and talk. I had all alumni come in all through the postseason on certain days of the week. And I wanted to make sure that Caroline was the last one to talk to them, to make sure, because they will run through a wall for her leadership.
Well, you know, what's awesome about that is getting in front of your team and talking and motivating them. You don't understand yet how much that's going to help you for college and then for life.
Yeah.
But the scary thing is you're getting ready to join a team of 50, 100 Carolines.
Yeah.
You're instantly average.
And I'm excited for it. Being around like great athletes is something I'm really excited for when I go to college.
Yeah, that'll be fun. You got to enjoy that. All right. Let's have a little bit of fun. So first question I have.
Oh, this is scary.
So first question, Carolyn, do you have any pets?
I do not.
You don't have any pets at all?
Nope.
But do you have any pets that ever visit you?
I do indeed. Your cat Smokey likes to come on our back porch all the time.
Right, it's great. We have a cat that wanders the neighborhood, and we have a little air tag in her, and we find her at the Murnans quite often. And
She probably smells the mice that we catch in our back porch.
oh yeah. Well, she's probably taking care of them. Does she ever leave them for you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've seen one or two.
Yeah, she'll leave them on our porch too. The chipmunks, the mice, the bunnies.
Oh.
Easter was a huge rabbit one year. That was bad.
Oh my
But
gosh.
Our neighbors love it because they take care of all the chipmunks and whatnot.
On Easter.
On Easter.
The bunny.
On Easter.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy. But yeah, I had to bring that up because Zoe would be mad if I didn't bring it up.
Oh my God.
Her cat Smokey, our cat Smokey made the podcast.
Oh, yes.
All right, so I'm going to fire off questions here. Just want your gut reaction. I'll go with Coach first and you second. So, Skyline or Gold Star?
Skyline.
Skyline.
Probably don't eat much Skyline being a track athlete, do you?
Oh, no, I do. My dad buys it all the time.
Awesome. Good. LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
Jordan.
Good, and two Jordans. So this one's for Coach, really. Did you stay on the Bengals bus for 31 years and no playoffs wins, or have you ever been on the Bengals bus?
I don't even know where the Bengals bus is.
That's what I
I've seen the Bengals bus once.
I've seen it drive by my house. I've never got on it.
Are you a Bengals fan at all?
Yes.
All right, good. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
No.
No. When you eat corn on the cob, are you a typewriter like this, or are you a rotator?
I'm a rotator, baby.
Oh, I'm a typewriter.
Good, yes. I'm anal too, and I'm a typewriter for sure. Zoe is a typewriter for sure. Okay, here's a first concert.
Ooh, wow. Def Leppard.
That's a good one.
Taylor Swift Eras Tour.
Oh, well, that's a great one.
Tickets for that.
Parker took me.
All right, do you eat cereal?
Yes.
Do you put the milk in the bowl first or the cereal first?
Cereal first, but you got to drink the milk at the end.
Cereal first, but you don't drink the milk at the end.
I'm a milk first.
What?
Exactly.
You're crazy.
I know I am, but I like my cereal crunchy,
Okay.
so it floats on top. And then number 2, it doesn't splash all over the place. You can put the right amount of milk in and instantly put it in the fridge, and then you just got your cereal.
I feel like it would splash all over the place.
No, you just pour milk in a bowl. When you got all this cereal and then you pour milk, it goes all over.
I
Do you
see.
drink the milk
Try
at the
it.
end?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, Kendrick or Drake?
Oh, wow. Neither.
Drake?
Okay, that wasn't good. Have you met any famous athletes?
Boy, that's a good one. Yes, I have.
Or maybe you coach against some famous athletes? Or athletes that became famous?
Yeah. I played against Curtis Enos, who went to Penn State during your time, the
Okay.
running back. And then I met the 90 Pistons team at exhibition up in Fair Arena.
Cool.
Yeah.
Caroline, any famous?
I've met Rose Lavelle. The kids I nanny are actually like second cousins with her, so they brag in my face all the time about it. Okay, I thought I was cool, but
Yep.
yeah.
I know Rose through the Steinmans. Yep.
Yeah. And then Butch Reynolds and Mary Weinberg.
All right, good. If money is no object, what sporting event would you like to attend?
Super Bowl.
I want to go to the track and field nationals. I've always wanted to go there.
How about you running?
There you
I
go.
mean, 2028.
There you go. Right.
Just saying.
LA 2028.
All right. String cheese. You bite it or peel it?
String cheese. You feel it.
Yeah, feel it.
Yeah, definitely. Would you rather have a new car every year or a dream vacation? Or a dream vacation every year?
Dream vacation.
Oh, vacation.
All right, dream vacation. All right, last one. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I'll go with number 1.
Horse-sized duck?
I would, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or
get you-
100 duck-sized
I think 100 ducks. I think 100 ducks. I thought it'd be fun.
horses.
She's got the stamina to fight 100.
That,
ducks.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
He runs.
And you got the height.
Yeah.
So
This
anyways,
is fair. This is fair.
just a fun thing to do to laugh and talk a little bit. So, all right, back to you, Coach. What is your favorite event to watch and why?
Oh, wow. I love all of it, but I think I've always been prone to high jump.
Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense.
I actually coached that at Loveland, but that's my specialty, but I love watching high jump.
Okay, so explain to a meathead football guy, how do you decide you want to do the pole vault the first time ever?
Well, you have to have something missing. But if you're a gymnast, that's what we look for.
Okay.
Somebody with a lot of flexibility and
Because of that turn?
Yep, and the rotation. And they have to have a little bit of some good work ethic and no fear.
Yeah, when I watch the Olympics, between pole jump and the ski jump, it's like, how do you do that the first time?
Right.
You know, it's like you just go do it and
Zero
jump
fear.
into a pit.
Zero fear, yeah.
Right. And you remember the old ABC Worldwide of Sports, that guy
Absolutely, the guy
tumbling, right? Right. So, what do you consider the toughest event in track and field?
Man, that's a great question. I think the long distance races can be the toughest.
I'm sure.
There's a lot more strategy in there than people think. There's a lot of technical stuff in the field events. So there's a lot of things that play with that, with wind, rain, and stuff. But sometimes the distance runners just have to go out there and perform no matter what it is. And they're always running. They're always training year round.
Right.
So I think their events are definitely the toughest.
Do you have one memorable story that you'll never forget besides the state run this year? Can't answer that one.
I can't put the state run in there, huh?
That would be it, though.
That would be classic. I would say the first time we ever won league here at Loveland.
Okay.
When it just all came together and you just saw the fruits of the labor. Everything just kind of clicks, and the next wave keeps coming in and keeps it rolling, and it keeps it rolling, and it keeps it rolling, and it gets to Caroline, and it's she just steps in and just keeps a good thing going. But when we first started, there was not a lot of success here.
And you've won 7 of them, huh?
And we've won 7 in a row. But the first 5 or 6 years, we were lucky to finish 3rd or 4th in the league.
Really?
So it took time to build that and to get people in there to believe and the staff that believes.
Great. So, a couple fun questions, Caroline. Do you have a pre-meet song or a hype ritual or any superstitions? Besides puking in trash cans?
Okay. I don't listen to music much. I mean, I might on my warm-up. I play a lot of, like, random rap music, I find, or country music.
Okay.
But I have a pre-meet ritual with my, like, relay team that I do, like, I shake my hands, like, 8 times, and then 4 times, and then 2 times, and then 1 time. I don't really know. It's just something we've done.
Yeah.
It's just, it, like, shakes the nerves off, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Every sport has something.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite post-meet food?
Chick-fil-A, chicken nuggets, fries, and a milkshake.
Oh,
every
you
single
deserve
time.
it.
Unless
There
it's
it
a
is.
Sunday.
Good. Yeah, unless it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Right, that's true. Couldn't find Chick-fil-A up north on Sunday after the state wins.
No, I couldn't. I was very sad.
Right. Caroline, what's your favorite event to watch besides your own?
Ooh, to watch, I really like watching the 4x4, even though I run every event at this point. So, I mean, I really like watching the 4x4s when I'm not in them. It's super fun.
Awesome.
Yes.
Tell us about a race that you'll never forget. And you can't answer the state from this year.
Oh, okay.
Like, were you behind and came back? Did you have an injury that then you ended up winning?
I think either the Bazzari Mile my freshman year, where I was the fastest freshman in the race. That one was pretty cool. Or the 800 state meet my freshman year, where there was no expectation for me, and I went out there and was the 2nd fastest freshman in the state, 3rd at state. It was pretty cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So, Coach, is there anything that you wish parents, let's say, is there anything that you wish parents would know when they're getting their kids started in track, or things that they don't ask you? Anything that you could go back and change?
I really wish that I'd have done a better job of making sure all the parents trust what we're doing and make sure that they understand what the end game is.
Yeah.
They have the best interest of their kid at heart. Not every kid's going to be an all-star. We just talked about going to Butler, and now you're instantly average. They come out of middle school and they're expected to be doing this, and this, and it's like, wait, this is a little bit different.
Yeah.
You're running against adults, so you have to trust what we're doing. I wish I'd have done a better job of relaying that to parents,
Yeah.
that they would fully invest this, and they have, Josh. Don't get me wrong. That would be something I wish we could have fine-tuned.
Can always get better.
Right, absolutely.
And especially in today's day and age, where every 8th grade parent goes up to high school thinking their kid's going to be the star and this and
Right.
that, and they're instantly average at that level. Trust the process.
Right,
Trust
absolutely.
The process. And it's interesting to, if you didn't catch at the beginning of this, Coach is retiring from track and field.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
a little bit about that.
Man, it's been a tough decision. It's been a couple years in the making. It almost happened last year, and that's why I wanted to make sure that she was here to hear this. It's her and the senior class is the reason why I stuck around one more year. They have been through enough, and I won't go into detail with that, with coaching changes and things
Right.
in life. And I wanted her to make sure that she knew she had somebody that she could trust and rely on. And my throat's getting
Yeah, this isn't Oprah, but
no, I know, but it's been in the making, and I wanted to make sure that people like Dylan and Avy were on board to make sure that they saw how things worked. But Caroline and that senior class, I wanted to make sure that they went out the right way.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be, well, my kid's going to be a senior. There's always going to be the next one. And after a while, I have to look at my family and go, you're the next one. And
Yeah.
That's what I finally had to do, but I had to give it one more year. My wife and I talked about it last June, and I said it's got to be one more for the senior
Yeah.
class. They're special, and we knew it'd be a special season, but I wanted them to understand that they have somebody that they can trust and rely on.
So you don't know this, Caroline, but a month ago when I reached out to Coach to do a podcast, he goes, let's wait till after June 7th because we're going to have something special to talk about.
Yeah.
And it was pretty, and I was like, yeah, because I follow Twitter, and I'm not a track guy, but I follow Twitter, and my wife and I are pretty involved in the school, as you know, and it's like, oh, yeah, we got a bunch of kids that could do well.
Right.
So we delayed it for this so that we could talk about your success, so that's pretty awesome. So Coach said in one of his other media publications, he said, the culture, relationships, and friendships will never be forgotten. I always wanted to leave something better than I found it, and I believe we did that with Loveland girls track. So you definitely have.
Thank
and
you.
You've learned it a little bit, but when you're 54 years old and you're sitting around, you're not going to, oh, did I run a 54 or a 53? You're going to think about the Butler girls in that locker room that you're bonding with and having a great experience with. And that's what it's about. Same thing he's talking about. He's talking about you guys, not about, the time we came second in the ECC and we should have been first or whatever so-and-so did in that race. And that's what it's all about. So anything else you want to add, Coach, as we close?
No, I just want to tell you thank you. I've always enjoyed being around you, and I've enjoyed your podcast, and I want to make sure the Loveland community knows how thankful and grateful I am for all the opportunities they've given me, and thank Caroline and her senior class for trusting me.
Awesome.
I'm really blessed.
Well, and I always give the plug for the sports that aren't quite as popular. It's like, especially track and field. It's free. Go up there next spring, watch the meets, support Loveland Tigers. I'm about to hit that age where don't have a kid there anymore, and it's like, dude, I'm going to be that old guy sitting in the stands because I love all the sports. It's fun to watch. So,
it is.
Caroline, anything else you want to add as we close up?
I don't think so. This is really fun, and I've really enjoyed my time at Loveland, and I'm super excited for Butler. But
Awesome.
yes, thank you.
Well, best of luck to you at Butler. Coach, best of luck to you in retirement.
Thank you.
I want to, again, thank you everything that you've done for Loveland. Like I said before, my daughter was only in your basketball program for 1 year. But as I said, you really focused on all the girls, not just the superstars. And that's what, any parent wants, right, to give that kid a chance. And, you coached all the diverse sports that you've coached all these years, and you'll definitely be up there until somebody calls you next and says, we need help in middle school football.
Right.
And you'll be right up there. So, sounds great. Good luck in retirement, and good luck at Butler.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Josh.
guys. This episode was sponsored by Cappy's Wine and Spirits. This summer, enjoy the warm nights with some of your favorite bands. Thanks, Cappy's, for all that you do for our community. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with two people that make Loveland athletics great. Please shoot any future podcast ideas you want to lovelandallsports@gmail.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook at the Loveland All Sports Podcast.